What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pick Six Show. I'm your host, Musa. We got my guy, Mike, Ty, and Clips here. How's everyone doing today?
Doing good. How about y'all?
We're doing good.
Talk to your boy.
Oh, man, we got a lot of football we got to discuss, man. We had some great games. We had some questionable performances and games. Currently, right now, if you're watching, they have the Patriots versus the Jaguars in London right now. The Jaguars, I believe, is up 25-10.
Yep.
And it's probably midway through the third at this point.
Yeah,
But
9 minutes left, I think.
Everyone watching, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the channel. This week, we're going to be talking about the Amari Cooper trade to the Buffalo Bills. Of course, we're going to talk about Davante Adams going to the Jets. We have a QB quarterback tier list for you guys, and we're going to recap some of the games last week, including college football games. So we're going to start off with the Amari Cooper trade to the Buffalo Bills. How's everyone feeling about that trade?
Yes, I love it.
Seems like the AFC East is just getting stronger, but my Pats.
It's still not all that strong though, because I don't know. I think Amari Cooper would have been a perfect fit in New York, and he's a perfect fit in Buffalo. Because I don't think Davante Adams going to Buffalo would have been the right move, seeing they're doing the everybody eats approach with the wide receivers. You got a guy who's a vet; he just plays his role, does his thing. So I think that's a great trade for them, and they're getting him for under $1 million, I believe, $800,000, as opposed to paying Davante Adams what would have been $11 million. But I think the AFC East is still very weak, regardless of these two. Yes, very true pace. So hopefully stays healthy. But I think the AFC East is still weak, regardless of these two trades. But if as long as Josh Allen stays healthy, the Bills should be able to win the East. I think we'll see what happens, but that's just my prediction.
Yeah. Not a bad take at all. Ty, Clips, any thoughts on this trade for the Bills?
Not surprised. Going into the season, I told you guys the reason why I had the Bills ranked pretty low was because of the issues we have seen in all their losses this year. The receivers not getting the separation, they're dropping balls, and you just have a very young receiving core. Especially with Josh Allen, they definitely want to show that they're still the AFC East champs. So I think it's a very smart trade. I think they actually like Mike was saying, they actually snagged this trade way better than the Jets did Davante Adams. And I think it's smart. It's smart because what they really needed was a receiver. The Jets didn't need a receiver. They have a little more other issues. But I think the Bills, they're in prime position. They just beat the Jets. They're getting Amari Cooper. I don't see how they can not at least make the playoffs or win the division.
Good points. Clips, any thoughts on this trade? I know you're excited for the trade.
I'm more happy for Josh Allen. Like Todd said, the wide receiver core has been struggling, not getting separation. You give Josh Allen a veteran, and I think he provides a different attitude. He's not going to be like asking for the ball and complaining when he doesn't get the ball. He's just going to, run his routes. He's going to do his thing. He's going to get open in the intermediate route. He's a decent route runner. He still has good hands. He still got a little bit of time on the clock for him as far as being a wide receiver with Amari Cooper. So I'll get him a couple weeks, let them gel, and we'll see how it goes. I like Josh Allen. I like what he's doing over there. I mean, obviously, the offense ain't, it's like backyard football, but I enjoy watching it. So,
yeah. I love this trade for the Bills. They needed a veteran receiver in that locker room who can produce and make life easier for the young guys like a Keon Coleman, Shakur, and those guys, especially now with Cook being out, who's not only their best running back, but he's also one of their better receiving backs and receivers on that team. So having Amari Cooper there definitely shows up some of that and gives Josh Allen like a legit weapon that he can go to and trust when it's third and immediate, third and short. I love the trade, and like Ty mentioned, I think Mike mentioned it too. Because of the contract, they're only gonna have to pay him about $800,000, which is perfect for them, listening to cap space. So it's a win-win for them. On the flip side, I'm looking at the Browns. I just don't know what they're doing over there. The defense is in shambles. They're not the same from last season. Now Jerry Judy's the wide receiver 1, which is not a bad thing if he had a quarterback, because Deshaun Watson is not the same. I think we all can agree on that. So I'm praying for that team and organization. But I love it for Buffalo. They're gonna be able to at least content in that division, if not win it, with the trades that the Jets made, which we're about to get into, and Miami hopefully trying to turn around with Tua possibly coming back soon.
He'll be back next week.
So we'll see. The defense is starting to play a little bit better. Rapp and Hamlin has been really good on that back end for them. The front line has been serviceable, so hopefully they're starting to turn things around. This is around the time of the year when teams hit their peak, hit their strides to get in their rhythm and groove. So I'm excited to see what the Bills and the Jets will do moving forward. But moving on, we're going to talk about the Davante Adams trade. And, of course, after Aaron Rodgers throws Mike Williams under the bus, he becomes inactive, looking to be traded. And then the very next couple hours, you get Davante Adams for a third round that could turn into a possible second-round pick, which if I'm the Raiders, why would I trade him into the same conference? I'm getting him out the conference. But Tay Adams, he goes to the Jets. I'm not really happy about it because I wanted him in Washington or Baltimore or even Pittsburgh. And now, if I'm being quite honest and not trying to be objective, he would have been perfect for Dallas too, if I'm going to be honest. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts. What do you guys feel about Tay Adams going to the Jets, and what does that do for that team?
Well, I think you said it, Ty, in the chat. If you want to, I think you said it perfectly, if I remember correctly.
I've been saying a lot of things, honestly. But to be completely honest, this only changes how we look at Aaron Rodgers. That's it. This does nothing for the team. This wasn't needed. And it's just, I think it's just to make Aaron happy. And to Musa's point, if you're the Raiders, why do this? Why send him to the same conference? I think the Raiders just accepted the fact that, here, you can go play with Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers has, 2 seasons max in him? They don't care about that. Once Aaron Rodgers is gone, it's not going to – Davante Adams isn't going to be there. And you already saw the teams calling the Jets about Garrett Wilson as soon as they got Davante Adams. So honestly, the only thing that it does just makes Aaron Rodgers finally pass over 300 yards. That's it. It does nothing. It does nothing else for the team. It just honestly, it's kind of pointless. And I don't know. I don't like the trade because it's not what they needed. But who in here is surprised? Once we knew Davante Adams was looking to get traded. Yeah, we already knew it was going to be the Jets. They wanted to throw the Saints in there so he can go back to Derek Carr, but get out of here. He knows where he's good at, and that is with Aaron Rodgers. But it's been a couple seasons. They'll still have that chemistry. I'm not worried about it, but I don't know how you take a receiver getting traded in the middle of the season, even though he has the chemistry with the quarterback, but you're already going to put him as wide receiver 1. So the number 1 corners are going to be guarding him and everything. And you already didn't develop that chemistry with Garrett Wilson. So it makes it iffy. It makes him too reliable on the connection between Adams and Rodgers. And I think that's going to actually set them up to fail rather than succeed.
Clips, go ahead. That's some good points you made, Ty.
All right, so I got 2. I'm happy for Tay because he won. Obviously, one of my favorite wide receivers. He won it out of the Raiders. Las Vegas. You sending him to a team in y'all division is kind of crazy.
Conference,
excuse me. But I want to say this could go 2 ways, and I hope it goes the second way with them bringing Davante a legit number 1 and a legit, like, you have to cover him, you have to double him, and I hope this opens up the connection for Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson. Did they need Davante? No. And like to Ty's point, we already knew, like, this is a more so of on Aaron Rodgers. Like, this is like I think this is like a play to cover your ass. You haven't been playing well, so you're gonna point out Mike Williams. And I like Mike Williams not saying nothing. I wish we would kind of, like, if we could dissect that play, like that crucial pick where he kind of called them out for running the wrong route allegedly. That just shows that it kind of taints your leadership. You threw your wide receiver under the bus, and now as fellow teammates, do you trust him going forward? Because I guess, obviously you don't want to be the one that gets called out next, and we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We don't know what play they actually called. You know what I mean? He could have just tried to toss it up to him to see if he could a 50-50 ball, and obviously he fell through the pick. So it's not looking good for Aaron Rodgers. I'm just gonna be honest. And with the firing of Robert Saleh, that kind of just with this happened after it, this kind of shows me like they're doing the point and finger game here, and it's like, come on, at some point, A-Rod, you got to take responsibility. It's not nobody else's fault but you and that offense.
Yeah. I will say this: if Robert Saleh was at least there for the last game against Buffalo, they probably would have had a better chance of winning that game. We know his record from last week. We spoke about it. His record as a Jets head coach is not what we would like and intended it to be. But one thing he was pretty damn good at was scheming against Josh Allen. And since he's been there, Josh Allen has probably had his worst games against the Jets since he's been a coach there. So I think having him there would have closed out the deal. I like it for Garrett Wilson because now he has the number 2 corners guarding him. Because they already had a legit wide receiver 1, and that was him. But now you bring in Tay, he's going to go down to the opposite side of the field. He's going to get different coverages and looks. Now the defense has to pick their poison on what they want to sacrifice and give up, especially with Breece Hall in the backfield, who is pretty good as a receiving back as well as running between the gaps. The Jets is kind of like they're on Philadelphia 76ers fraud watch for me. I believe it when I see it. You got everything now. You got Conklin is pretty serviceable. You know, Rodgers like going to those tight ends on 3rd and short in the middle of the field. You got Tay, you got Lazard in his true position as a wide receiver 3. You got Garrett. You got all the pieces. That the only iffy part that no one mentioned. So Ty kind of hinted at it, but he didn't go too deep dive into it, and I'm going to. Because this don't matter because if the O-line can't block,
yep, that's what I was going for when I said
he ain't gonna get the ball.
Yep.
That O-line is not what it is. Tyron Smith is a shell of himself.
Yep.
The rest of the O-line has been mixed match. They can't protect Rodgers, so it's like you could point the finger at everybody else. Like even shout out to Emmanuel Ocho. He broke down that play about where Aaron Rodgers threw Mike Williams under the bus, and he was saying essentially the deep safety went with the streak route. I forgot who ran the streak route first. I believe it probably was Wilson, if I'm not mistaken. But if Mike Williams takes the out route even 5 yards shorter toward the sideline of Bears, Rodgers can throw it right over and get him the ball, and they get the easy completion. Sure, I'm not going to say that's not correct because when you watch the tape, it's pretty obvious that he could have done that. But overall, the main thing is we don't want to see quarterbacks throw their receivers under the bus because we all know if this was certain quarterbacks that done that, it would have been way bigger news than what it is with Rodgers. I mean, we know it's big news, but not to this thing that if that was like a Lamar Jackson, a Pat Mahomes, or any of those type of any quarterbacks, they would have had more backlash from it. So I say to say this, I would like to see what the offense can do with Tay. Is it going to move the needle for me? No, because the O-line has to protect Rodgers. And I got to see that if that defense can stop a nosebleed, because the defense has not been good at all. To the standard that we believe they should have been. So, and I think we can agree Quincy Williams is not the best D tackle. It's Lawrence.
One thing I'm gonna say that I believe you and Ty both said, I don't think he's gonna get those number one cornerbacks or defensive backs. I think those are gonna stay with Wilson, because you look, I haven't watched much of him at Vegas of Adams, but supposedly people are saying he's slowed down. I don't know how true that is, but we'll see what happens. I'm not a fan of the way he's composed himself out in Vegas, and I'm not a fan of the way Rodgers has composed himself in New York. The two of them just airing everything out in the media, on X, all this stuff. That's stuff you keep in the locker room. So I don't really think this is going to work, especially with the way the media is in New York. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I believe what you said in the group chat, Ty, was can he kick or play offensive line? And I agree with that. Those are their two problems. So I don't see this making a difference at all. And I know you guys said too about trading them within the conference. The Raiders are not threats to win the conference. And quite frankly, neither are the Jets, even after this trade. So I don't think it's that big a deal. And it's just, what did they get for him? A conditional second, third round
pick? It's a third round pick, but it can turn into a potential late, I believe, second round pick.
The only two ways it turns into a second round pick is if he becomes an all-pro, which is not going to happen. Yeah. It's already 7 games into the season. Or the Jets make the AFC championship, which I don't think is going to happen either.
So they basically got rid of him for nothing.
Yeah, so they basically
got rid of Mike Williams in the trade. Just give me Mike.
That's one of the things I was very surprised from Vegas standpoint, that they didn't go get Mike Williams. Especially because I heard the owner is the one, not the owner, but the GM's the one that drafted him. Anyways, so I was very surprised. One thing about the offensive line that you guys touched on, the reason with the biggest problem with the offensive line is all these flags they're getting. Robert Saleh touched on this before he got fired, and this is what I think caused the rift, because he wanted to basically kind of blame Aaron Rodgers the way he does his snap count, the way he handles himself, behind the center. And Aaron Rodgers automatically just was like, that's not true. I don't think it's that. It's the play calling, So they already planted the seeds. And I think that's the biggest issue with the offensive line. And it always comes down to Aaron Rodgers thinking he's better than everyone else and he knows what's going on. Even Tom Brady had to sit back and learn from a coach, Bruce Arians, at that. So, I think Rodgers, he's
40. He's old and grumpy.
Tom Brady got Bruce Arians fired, though, too. You got to remember that.
But Bruce Arians should have been fired, bro.
He got moved to the front office, I should say, not fired.
Yeah,
Speaking of Brady, he got ownership of the Raiders organization also.
The same day they traded Davante Adams, and that's a big reason of why I think that they traded him for so little. He's like, yeah, this guy's causing a problem, and like a problem amongst the team, going out, airing his business. He said, just get him out of here. And unless they go back to Minshew, I don't see the Raiders winning anything, because I think Aiden O'Connell sucks, and that's who Davante Adams wanted as his quarterback in Vegas. But Minshew is a much better quarterback than O'Connell. There's no reason he should be starting.
I just want to put out that that's been confirmed officially. Russell Wilson will start for the Steelers today. But we're going to talk more than that as we get into our quarterback list.
That's ridiculous, bro.
But you guys made some fascinating and great points. I agree with majority of the points you guys made. We're going to just have to see what they do on the field. Moving on, right before we get into our QB tiers list, for those watching, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Keep watching if you want to get all things football from us and on the Pick Six. As well, if you're interested in watching basketball, we got our basketball shows, the Grade A show on Saturdays at 12:15. For those who are new, we started at the beginning of the season a college football and NFL pick'em. And basically what this entails is we pick the teams based on we got matchups during the week. We either take them straight up or for the spread. So, for example, today's game right now is live with the Patriots and the Jaguars. If it was Jaguars -3, you either could take the points or not, or you could take them straight up. Currently, we're in week 7 for the NFL, week 8, I believe, for college football, and the points are Clips. He has the lead with 143 points. I'm right behind him at 135. We have Mike with 125. Ty has 114 and Peso with 111. And we typically make our picks at the end of the show, right before we head out. So we're going to start off with our QB tier list. And the tiers are 1 of 1, which I think we all agree who will be in that tier. We have the elite, we have solid, serviceable, and we have trash. I'm going to share the screen now, and we're going to get right into the tier list. And I'm going to actually start with Clips this time for the tier list. We're going to work our way around. So Ty will go after. So Clips,
we're going to touch
Mike.
on some of the games with the quarterbacks you said too as well when we put them in the tiers. Okay.
As we're doing the tier list, we can definitely talk about the games that we recapped last week. I know Clips want to talk about the Texas-Georgia game, so we can definitely get into those too as we unravel this tier list. So Clips, we're going to start with you. We're going to work bottom up. So on my screen, we got Clips, Ty, Mike, and then myself. So Clips, you have Kyler Murray.
I'm going to go solid.
Peso thinks he's mid. So solid, yep, mid, solid, same thing. Okay. Oh, actually, he says trash.
Yeah, I don't think he's trash.
All right, we can break this down at the end. So you have him in solid, you said?
Solid.
All right. Ty, you got Atlanta's own. You got JJ's own Kirk Cousins.
He's solid.
Solid. Mike, you got your boy.
You know where to put him, bro. I ain't even gonna say, bro. That's an obvious
Bryce
one.
Young.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing is. Here we go.
We could put Tua there too.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Alabama quarterbacks they gravitate to the trash.
I have Dak Prescott. Let's see. Oh, Peso said he's poop. Yeah, I put that emoji there too for everyone watching. Dak Prescott, I'm gonna go solid. Back to you, Clips. You got Jared Goff.
Elite.
Interesting. Okay. We have Jordan Love, Ty.
Solid.
Interesting. All right, nice. We getting through these. Ty, I should have told you this. You probably could have made a trade with Mike. But Mike, you got Matthew Stafford.
I got to put him in the elite category. I'm not going to lie. I know he doesn't have much around him right now, but I think if he had more receivers around him and stuff, he'd still be doing his thing. You don't see everyone do those no-look passes and everything.
I have Sam Darnold, and I'm going to put him in. If it's based on this season, I'll put him in solid. I was going to put him in serviceable, but I'm going to base this off this season currently. So he'll be solid. Because I think he's been playing better than Kyler, Dak. I think he's been playing better than everyone in that solid category. So, Clips, you got Derek Carr.
I'll go solid.
Solid. Because while we have you on, you want to start off the conversation with the Texas and Georgia game last night. Everyone didn't get to catch that game. That was a interesting to watch, I will say.
Georgia's defense was on time, boy. I like
Yeah.
Texas defense too. They had some stops. They had some interceptions. I don't like the coaching strategy that they went with after Ewers was like off or whatever. Throwing Archie in there, and then Archie gets a fumble. He wasn't playing well.
Real
So
quick, Clips Ty, you got I was about to say Mac Jones. You have Daniel Jones. Go ahead, Clips.
I think that's a disrespect to Mac Jones right there. Because Daniel Jones is trash.
I just seen Jones, so it threw me off. You have him in trash?
Yes. Honestly, the Giants could have beat the Bengals the other night. But the reason why they did it is because Daniel Jones, oh my God. It's like I don't know who gave him that contract, but they need to get fired. And I hope they already had got fired.
Yes. Right back to Clips. I know you was talking about the Texas and Georgia game. Peso agrees. Carson Beck is trash. He overranked him this year, which
Yeah,
might
you
try
were
to
saying
tell
that
you
a few weeks ago, bro.
He was trying to tell you that.
Yeah, we've been saying Carson Beck.
Shout out to the defense. Yeah, that defense played really good last night. I agree with Clips. I felt like some of the plays that they ran on the offense for Texas was questionable. I will say I hated the fact that the fans and students were throwing bottles on the field. But I will say that helped them get the call back because that was not a defensive pass interference at all. But yeah, Carson Beck did not look good. Texas didn't look good overall. Georgia's defense looked like they played well, but played great. I mean, but I expected that given their SEC team. Most times, most teams outside of SEC that play against SEC teams, like a Bama, well, not this year in this case, but Georgia, it's different when you go against the trenches. So that's my take on that. Peso thinks Georgia's still gonna win the Natty. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still like Texas. I still like Texas's chances. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I agree with you.
It's up for grabs though. Like it's really up for grabs. So who's gonna come out and win the Natty this year? So I'm excited for that. Anyone else have takes on the Georgia game before Mike makes his next pick, which is Jalen Hurts?
I didn't really watch much of the game, so.
Fair enough.
Jalen Hurts is serviceable. Plain simple. I think Carr and Darnold are also serviceable. So, but I can't put him in solid.
I agree. I have the next pick. I have Brock Purdy. Purdy is what they will say. He's definitely not elite. In my opinion, at least not this year. I'm actually gonna put him in solid. I'll put him in solid right between Dak and Jordan Love, and then I'm gonna just move Sam up because I think he's been playing better than Dak. All right. Next we have Clips. You have Geno Smith.
Serviceable.
Peso said Kyler Murray is solid.
I feel like Kyler Murray could make the throws. It's just the team is not.
I think he's serviceable as well. I ain't gonna lie. I agree with Peso.
We have Geno and serviceable.
Yeah, I can go with that.
I think Geno's been playing better than Kyler this year.
I wouldn't have most of those guys in solid. That's the only reason why I say he's serviceable.
The only reason why I had Darnold in the solid is because he's been playing solid, literally, and they've been winning. They haven't. So I give him that. Otherwise, I would have had him serviceable. So I'm not mad if we used to vote him down because it could go either way. Ty, you have Baker Mayfield. And those who are watching, this is a QB tier list, quarterback tier list based upon what's been happening this season. It's not about the overall career.
I mean, if it's this season, I I really want to say Baker Mayfield is serviceable, but if you're going based off this season, he has had a solid season.
Last year
but
was better than serviceable too.
I don't know. His interceptions is up there. At the
He's a
same time,
gunslinger, though.
yeah,
It comes with the
he's a
territory.
gunslinger. But I feel like when you just last week, his game against the Saints, the only reason why the Saints put up 27 or 29 was because he threw 3 interceptions. If you throw three interceptions against an amazing defense, you might cost y'all the game. But that's just my opinion. But I agree. This season, he's solid, especially when we have people like Derek Carr in the solid tier. So.
All right. Mike, you have Joe Shiesty.
One thing I just want to talk about before this. So the Jags were just down on 4th and 1 and on the 5-yard line and went for it, and they could have made a 3-possession game. Now the Patriots have just scored a touchdown. They missed on the 2-point conversion, but it's still a 2-possession game, and I'm pissed that they didn't get this 2-point conversion because that's friggin' Tony Khan's analytics system that doesn't work, just like a lot of his booking decisions. With this stuff, because what are you doing? What are you doing going for it on 4th down at the 5-yard line to make it a 3-possession game? You're gonna go for it against the Patriots defense. That makes no sense, man. I just wanted to point that out. But
yeah, the score is now 16-25, 8 minutes in the 4th.
Yeah, but for Joe Burrow, getting back to this, I gotta put Joe Burrow in an elite. Like I know he had a slow start to the year. There's a lot of turmoil in that locker room, but they really don't have they have some tough division games, yes, but their schedule coming up, it's another year where they could sneak in the playoffs after having a bumpy start, especially with that defense getting back on track last week against the Giants. I know that's not saying much seeing it's the Giants, but supposedly they had a players-only meeting in the locker room, and we'll see if that carries over. I don't think we can judge it this week against the Browns, but going forward, we'll see how it works out.
Fair enough. I have Tua Tagovailoa. I'm putting him in serviceable. He's borderline in the trash category because, unfortunately, he's just been hurt, concussion. So, but I think when he's healthy, he's pretty serviceable. If not close to that top tier, solid to elite class. But I'll put him in serviceable. Clips, you got Marcus Mariota.
How the hell did he make it on this list?
I was thinking the same thing.
Hey man, listen, we got to spice things up here on the Pick Six Show. Trash. Mike, Ty, would you like to do a trade for this next pick?
No.
You guys know how I feel about my dog.
I put him in the same category as you, Moose. I wouldn't do him like that. So
I'm putting him in elite.
Yeah, of course.
But I will say
category.
He somehow got better this season. So because somehow. Well, I only say somehow because of the MVP season he had last year. And like I said last week, he's having a better season than he did his MVP season last year. And I do agree that 101 eventually I think he'll be a 101, but that just means we got to create another tier for Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes is still getting the Super Bowls. But Lamar Jackson, he's the elite of the elite, I should say.
One thing I want to
Asa mentioned that because we might as well get that out the way. Mahomes is the 101 tier. I don't think anyone else is in his class right now.
One thing about Lamar Jackson, I do want to say, not to down him at all. He's having a great year, and I think he's a great quarterback. I think if he had some more pieces around him, he'd do even better. But you got to look at the defenses they played this year with the numbers he's got. They haven't really been playing really any good defenses yet. They have played, I believe, one or two.
They played Kansas City, which was good.
Yep.
And they lost a close one to that, which they should have easily won that game. The Raiders was next.
Yeah, that's not good.
Week 3, was that the Buffalo game? Was week 3 the Buffalo game, or was that week 4?
No, it was week 4, actually.
Yeah,
who they play week 3? I'm trying to remember. Was it a divisional game? I'm gonna look up their schedule really quick.
No, it was against the NFC. I remember that.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Those
Not a
Cowboys.
good
They
defense.
beat the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And then they had week 4.
Buffalo, week
was
4,
Buffalo,
yeah.
week 5. I forgot who they played week 5. I know
Commanders.
week 5 was the
Bengals.
Commanders. I thought it
No,
was the
week
Bengals,
5.
yeah.
Yeah, week 5. Week 5 was the Bengals and then the Commanders. So I'm still
Yeah.
saying he'll put up good numbers.
And
But
they play the
just-
Bucks tomorrow.
Yeah, Bucks. He's going to light up. Their defense has not been all that good.
So I'm looking at their schedule now. The Bucks is tomorrow. You got Cleveland, which Cleveland is not what they used to be last year, but it's a divisional game. They got Denver, Cincinnati again, Pittsburgh, Chargers, Eagles, Giants, Steelers, Texans, Browns. So they're gonna play some decent defenses, if not
Denver's a
Pretty good,
top of the
yeah.
league defense. If you
that
ask me.
defense. And they didn't even have Sertan last week either. Early
They had
on
a-
Thursday.
A lot of injuries on the offensive side of the ball for the Saints, though, too.
Let's see. Mike, you have Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's elite, for sure. I can't put him in any other category.
I got Deshaun Watson. This hurts me a lot because those who know me know how much I love Deshaun when he's in Houston. I'm not going to say we're going to just put him there.
It's a tale, really. It's because I was going to say it's a tale of two different parts of his career. You could go either way with it, and I'm not going to be mad.
I put him in serviceable, but he's borderline trash. Clips, it's on you. You have. Is that AJ McCarron? That's one I wanted to see.
Is that
I forgot
Stidham? Is that Stidham or Law?
Yeah, that's Stidham.
Yeah.
He going trash too.
You should see the guy that money's made. The money that guy has made for not playing at all. He has like a nice house in California on the beach and everything. It's crazy.
Ty's getting all the good picks, man. You look who you got next.
Elite.
CJ Stroud.
They even need a look. Elite.
He's solid. No, I'm playing.
I realistically, it is his second season. I wouldn't be mad, solid, but the quarterbacks we have in that solid tier, I think it's
He's
disrespectful
better.
to him.
Yeah.
If we put him there.
Mike, you have Anthony Richardson.
He's trash. They should be starting Joe Flacco, man. That's
What?
crazy.
We're gonna
Bro, I
talk
think
about
he's-
this.
I think he's serviceable.
Yeah, Jamarcus Russell.
He just
was
gets hurt.
What about all the picks, bro? If he can throw it 60 yards and get you a 60-yard touchdown, but that's not going to matter for all the picks he throws.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing I said about Baker Mayfield, bro. Baker Mayfield throwing 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Does that
the
really
picks
look
aren't
good
as
because
bad
he's a
as
gunslinger?
Richardson's, bro. I'm telling you, Richardson ain't a gunslinger. He's like you would be like the Patriots starting Joe Milton. It's so different. Big arm. If you need him to throw it 5 yards, or if you need him to throw it 80 yards, he'll throw it 80. If you need him to throw it 5 yards, he'll also throw it 80. Like,
But Tua is serviceable. What's going on here?
And that's why I'm saying, all right.
bro, you can't even compare the two of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Richardson,
I ain't the
Tua,
biggest
what?
Tua fan, but Tua's it's based on this year, so I'm giving Tua the benefit of the doubt because of the injuries, which is why he's inserviceable. But when they're both healthy this year, I'm taking Tua over Anthony Richardson.
See, I don't see any difference between Anthony Richardson and Will Levis. I'm not gonna lie. They're one and the same.
Oh
to me.
nah, I don't know about that. I can't. I was with you, Mike, but that's a whole other level.
You want a good bet whenever they play parlay them to throw an interception, both of them.
All right, we go. I got the Prince, Trevor Lawrence. I don't agree with Hurts being inserviceable, but I'm gonna put T-Law in serviceable. This season, he's been serviceable. I put him right here. Clips, you have AJ.
No,
That's not AJ either.
That's Aiden O'Connell, bro.
O'Connell,
He
yeah.
sucks.
He's trash. Why am I getting trash?
Yeah, you might as well put his teammate with him too. So put him in charge,
Minshew?
right next to each other.
Oh, Clips
Yeah.
would have loved this pick.
Right
Mike.
next to each other.
But this is perfect fitting. Mike, you have Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. He's solid, serviceable. I don't know which. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll give him solid just because I know Harbaugh runs a run-oriented offense, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
You know, bull drop.
I think he's probably the best one in the solid tier. All right, I have. Oh God, never. I ain't gonna waste. Jacoby Brissett. He's in the trash tier.
I don't know how he got a starting job this year. Shout out to him, man. I don't know how he pulled that off.
All right, Clips. You got Aaron Rodgers.
My boy is serviceable.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh God, we got some bad quarterbacks coming up, bro.
Oh yeah, we saved the best for last.
We
We saved the best for last. Ty, you got Russell Wilson.
Trash.
I don't like him, bro, but I can't put him that low.
Actually,
I don't.
Serviceable.
Yeah,
Serviceable. If we got Deshaun Watson there, serviceable. Right next to Deshaun.
You don't even gotta ask me on the next one, bro. You know exactly where to put him, bro.
Hey, Clips, you want to trade picks? I give you Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Nah, hell no.
Damn it! I almost had him.
We all agree, man. I was gonna say it don't matter who get him. I think we feel the same way.
I got Caleb Williams. I'm gonna give him serviceable right now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's been starting to pick it up. He's got to limit those turnovers. Jaden Daniels. Now, this is a good one. Let's see. It's only been 7 games. Where would you put him, Clips?
Based on these 7 games in this season?
This is only based on this season.
Elite.
No pushback.
I'm not going to argue with it. I think he's solid.
You said
he's solid,
based off these 7 games.
Based off these 7 games right now, he elite.
He's elite.
He elite.
Is he above Allen and Burrow?
Nah, can't do that.
I'll put him in the
put him after Allen.
So in between him and Stafford.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Because
I think he's having a better season than
his
Stafford.
Percentage, the throws he make as a rookie, I'm just like, he elite right now.
All right. We got next up on the list.
Mac Jones.
So they did have him up here. They didn't show it.
I'm just kidding.
I should have put Mac Jones up there, actually. But we have Drake May. And that's on Ty.
Serviceable.
I don't know, man. If you watched the second half of this game, I don't know if you'd say that, but
I mean,
so Drake May serviceable.
He's had a rough day after the first drive. I'm not gonna lie.
Still a rookie.
Yeah.
Mike, I'll give you the next pick.
Zach Wilson, bro.
Actually, no, we're gonna move this up.
Yo,
give me Bo Nix. That's who I really want to rank, bro. He sucks.
We got all these quarterbacks. No Justin
trash,
Fields.
bro. I think I can throw a football harder than he can.
Thank you, Ty, because actually, when I made the list before, I had Justin Fields on this list, but for some reason it reset it, and that's why when I see 2 Drake Mays, I was like, I didn't even see him on there.
Shit, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, but what you want to put Bo Nix?
Put him in the trash, bro. Seriously, look at how weak his arm is. How is he in the NFL?
He makes some good short passes, though.
I don't know, man. That ball, that's why Tyrann Mathieu couldn't even pick off the ball because of how wobbly it was. Bro, seriously, I think I have a stronger arm than he does. It's a joke. He can run, don't get me wrong. He's very good at running, but I just don't see how you can be an NFL QB with that weak of an arm.
Real quick, before you do the next one, because I know it's on me, and we can recap some of these games. We can start off with any game you guys want. What was one game last week that was just glaring? That you guys want to touch base on real quick? while I add Justin Fields to
Trying
this
to think of the
list.
games last week.
There were some good ones last week.
There was a lot of blowouts last week, too. One thing was Atlanta and Carolina that caught my eye. I think that should be a little alarming for Atlanta fans. That I know the score didn't reflect it, but Dalton doesn't throw that interception at the end. They're driving down the one-possession game to tie the game up. So I think it'll be a shootout today between the Seahawks and the Falcons, but that would just be a little alarming to me as an Atlanta fan, seeing that.
Real quick, do you guys think Bryce Young will ever start again on that team this season? Because I know Pace has been saying it's been over for him, so I'm just interested to hear you guys' thoughts.
Nah, he's gonna start again.
Yeah, I've been hearing that they might.
He did play a drive, I think, last week that he looked pretty good.
Yeah, because it was a blowout.
Exactly. Hey, get it while you can get it while you live, man. Listen, the only way to get the rhythm and get that rapport back, because it ain't there at all. Why not?
One other thing I want to add too with Drake May is I thought I wouldn't read too much into that performance that he had last week, because in the first half it was a blowout, and when he had a great drive going into halftime, but the Texans played soft coverage the second half and he tore it up in the first half. He had a rough first half, but I think he is no different than Sam Howell, just typical North Carolina quarterback, strong arm, a lot of turnovers, a lot of yards. There's a lot of good and bad that comes with it.
No, I definitely agree. Any other games you guys want to touch base on real quick?
Last week was pretty much a lot of blowouts. Other than, I will say the Lions, honestly, without Aiden Hutchinson, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough, man. They were my pick to come out of the NFC because I thought they were going to do pretty much what they did to the Cowboys. you know, they have the experience, and I think that loss to San Francisco last year definitely hurting them a little. But we'll see. There's a lot of talks of them trading for a defensive guy. So I think if they do,
Hassan Reddick just re-signed his contract with the Jets too, so he should be playing soon.
Is he going to play for them though? Because I thought he was seeking a trade for it.
He might play for them, from what I was reading.
Yeah, they'll see.
Interesting.
But yeah, the Lions gonna be tough, but it kind of opens up the door for the rest of the NFC. No, Aiden Hutchinson is a big problem in my opinion.
Yeah. So I had Spencer Rattler. I just moved him to the trash list in front of Levis. Clips, you have Justin Fields.
No, boy, I have him as solid.
No, I agree with that. I think it's stupid that they're benching him.
Over Derek Carr. Better season.
Yeah, I don't think Derek Carr should even be up in solid. I ain't gonna lie.
Drop him down to serviceable. I got. You could put Justin Fields over Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Think so?
Yeah. Kyler Murray's schizophrenic. Some days he'll look like the best quarterback in the world. Next days you won't even want to touch him. It's just you don't know what you're getting each day with him.
Ty, you have Mac Jones.
Trash.
I will say he's better than.
He's better than Daniel Jones. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he's better than.
I'll give you that.
Trash.
I think he's better than Anthony Richardson, bro.
I think he's better than all of them in this category.
I agree. I'm not going to lie about that.
JJ McCarthy, I'm not going to have him get ranked because he's out this season. And then the last picture is
Midwest Mac Jones.
It's still Drake May. So here's our QB tier list so far this season. We can go over it real quick if you guys like. So real quick, we have 101 Patrick Mahomes. I think everyone agrees on that. We have the elite. We have Lamar, Burrow, Josh Allen. It's based on this season so far. We have Jaden Daniels in the elite. We have Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, and C.J. Stroud. Anyone have any pushbacks on this tier for anyone?
No, I like it.
I will say
Jalen Hurts should swap with Derek Carr.
we're gonna get to that.
I'll agree with that.
I
will
don't
say,
think
do
either
you
one of
guys-
them's being solid.
Do you guys think Goff is elite this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put up almost 50 last week. I know it was
Yo,
depleted
hey.
Cowboys teams, but
We ain't gonna talk about that massacre.
Jared Goff has always been elite when he doesn't make stupid mistakes. That's it.
yeah. He's a guy who needs to play in a dome too. When it gets outside, it can get rough for him.
Yep. I agree.
Okay, I don't think he's elite yet. He has been playing elite this season, though, if that makes sense.
Last year, I thought he played elite. I don't think there was many quarterbacks who were better than him last year too.
Fair enough. We're gonna move on to the next tier. We got the solid tier. We got Justin Herbert, Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins, Brock Purdy, Dak, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Justin Fields, Derek Carr. Now, again, for those watching, this tier list is specific on this season alone. So not the previous seasons, just this season up to week 7 in the NFL. Any pushback on this list? I know we're going to move Carr to serviceable and move up Hurts. So let me just get that up the way from now.
I don't see how we can move out Hurts though. You look at his numbers and they're not good. Like, and this is not anything against Jalen Hurts. I want them to draft Hurts over too. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but I don't think he's had a good year at all.
Okay, so Mike thinks Hurts is serviceable, but before even I ask the next question, do we all agree that Carr shouldn't be moved to serviceable?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay, so we can agree on that. Put him right here. Now, Mike believes Hurts should be in the serviceable category. Ty, where do you think Jalen Hurts should be?
I still think Jalen Hurts is solid. I think his numbers has to do a lot with the head coach at the same time. I feel like if he was definitely when they had the scheme right, what did he do? When their play calling hasn't touched that Super Bowl season, since that. And his numbers haven't touched that Super Bowl season since that. So I do think they definitely correlate with each other. I think I would say he's solid. He makes the turnovers.
This season, he's solid with his number. Given his numbers, the way he has played in the team success, he will be solid.
No, he's played terrible, but they're still 3-2 at the same time.
Okay. I'm just asking because remember this is based on this season. So.
If we're doing that, we got to move Deshaun down, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I love Deshaun, but
that's what I'm saying. Deshaun Watson's
don't worry,
serviceable.
We're gonna get to that too. Don't worry. I just want to make sure.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if you want to keep him in serviceable, but I do think he's solid. That's the mind.
So Todd thinks he's solid. Clips, where do you think Hurts should be based on this season, these 7 games, so 6 games they played?
I feel like he's solid.
I think he's serviceable, but I'm here just for tiebreakers as the host, so majority voted he's in solid. He hasn't been better than Fields. All right, we're gonna move down to serviceable. We have Geno Smith, Caleb Williams, Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, Drake May, Tua Tagovailoa, Russell Wilson, and Deshaun Watson. I'm already going to rescind my pick and just move Deshaun to the trash category.
Should we do the same with Russ, seeing he hasn't played a snap this year?
I'm okay with that.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we shouldn't rank him. We ain't got JJ McCarthy rank.
We can just throw him in the trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I think of him.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Y'all think Geno's been solid? He's leading the league in passing yards.
Who?
What? Geno Smith.
Last 3 games ain't been it. It's a completely different from the first 3 weeks.
True.
Anyone else? With Geno, would you guys be okay moving Geno up, or do you think he should stay in serviceable?
I think he should stay right there. He'll beat up the bad teams, but against the good teams, still got to see more. At least Hurts can keep it a close game, against these good teams sometimes.
Sounds good.
I'd even move Drake May down, man, after this game, just based off what I've been watching.
Mike, has he been playing that bad? Because I don't think
he should have 4. He should have 4 picks right now that were dropped, literally in the bread.
And I should have. The Celtics should have 20 championships, but we got 18. So if he ain't got no picks,
they lost by 20 points last week, and they're about to give up.
They're going to lose against the Jazz.
Right here.
It's 31-16.
So if he's 0-2, what's the difference if he throws 10 picks or 0?
Yeah, that's the win-loss column, sure. I'm just talking just how he's played on the field.
It's not been good, man. Ever since that first quarter, it's been bad, bro. Trust me. If you would say the same thing if you're watching what I'm watching right now.
Just playing devil's advocate. Anyone else agree? Should we move Drake May down?
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. We can keep him there, but I'm just saying, based off if we're going off of this, it's completely different from the second half of last week.
So reorganizing this. All right. Anyone else we need to move for serviceable, or you guys feel good about this list?
No, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Has Fields been better than Baker? Has Fields been better than any of the quarterbacks in front of him on the solid tier?
Might be better than Dak this year.
What about Kyler?
I think so.
Baker?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't go that
Jordan
far.
Love?
No, I think Love's been better.
So we can move that down. Who's been better, Jordan Love or Baker Mayfield?
It's a toss-up. I'd probably have to lean towards Love over Baker.
I mean, Love missed a couple games.
Who's been better, Kirk or Brock Purdy?
I mean, due to injuries, no CMC, I think Kirk been a little better.
Should we have
Purdy's still holding it down though?
He is. Do you guys believe we should have Sam Darnold behind Herbert or at the top of solid?
He's been better than Herbert, but I don't know how high Herbert should be up either. I would even move Herbert down past
Cousins,
even past Fields.
So a Baker, Love, and Purdy's been better than Justin Herbert?
I think so.
Clips, where you at, man? This is your guy right here. I need to hear your thoughts on this.
So to me personally, Justin Herbert so far, Justin Herbert's been better than Love, but
He's been better than Brock Purdy.
I feel like they're equal.
That could be a toss-up.
That could be a toss-up. He definitely played better than Justin Fields and Dak, and Baker. Yes.
So third or fourth is a good range
to me personally. Yeah.
All right, so I think this looks good. Now I'm here to stir up the pot. Who's the second best quarterback in the league this season? Who's the second best quarterback?
It's your boy. We all know
Lamar?
that, man. Yeah.
I'm just asking.
There's a reason why he's there, right there, in that exact spot.
I hear things like Lamar's still a running back. Lamar ain't better than this, that, and the third. Not from you guys.
Yeah,
not
we
from
ain't
you
saying
guys,
that.
but just want to hear everyone's thoughts. So who's the third best quarterback? Is it Joe Burrow? Or
No.
is it going to be Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, I'd go with Jaden Daniels.
So is Jaden Daniels having a better start of the season than C.J. Stroud, Josh Allen,
Yes.
Burrow, and those guys?
Mhm.
Well, not Burrow. You guys don't have him. You have him
No,
ahead of Burrow?
I have him. I have him ahead of Burrow personally. I don't know about y'all, but
Where's C.J. Stroud? I don't think he's at the bottom of this list.
yeah, I think Matthew Stafford should be at the bottom, but Stroud, he's played good enough for them to win. And I know he's facing
He's
Nico
played
Collins injury,
decent.
but yeah, he's definitely had a few shaky performances this year, but overall he's still playing good enough to win, and I'm sure he'll fix it by the end of the year.
Where should Josh Allen be? Is he ahead of Joe Burrow?
Yeah. I think they're fine where they are. Maybe you could put a Stafford, or well, no, never mind. He's already had a Stafford. I'm sorry.
Should Jared Goff be behind Jaden Daniels?
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Clips, what do you think?
Say that one more time.
So we're figuring out who's behind Jaden Daniels right now. Do you agree that it should be Jared Goff at number 4?
So I'll go Lamar, Jaden, Goff.
So you agree? Okay.
Yes, and then
Goff is 4. Who will be 5th? Is it? I think
I got CJ over Stafford and Allen.
Yeah.
So. CJ Stroud's been playing better than Josh Allen, is what you're saying. Okay.
They're neck and neck, so
they're even. But I give CJ Stroud the up because he has more offensive weapons, so it's easy. His offensive line.
Wait, so you saying you give CJ Stroud the edge because he has more offensive weapons
at the moment right now? Like he's able to make these passes because like he's working with more.
So wouldn't that be easier for him than Josh?
But he's still playing better. That equates to him even playing better. Like at the end of the day, regardless.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I understood what you're saying. Is that way there's no confusion? Because when I hear he has more weapons,
with him getting more weapons, that equates to him being able to play better. So right now I'm putting him over Josh Allen, like in above.
Okay, that's why I was asking because if to what Mike was saying, if they're neck and neck, and CJ has more weapons, I would give the edge to Allen because he's doing more with or just about the same with less.
Yeah,
that's why I was actually just to make sure I understand your point of view. So you think CJ's above Allen? Ty,
if Allen has weapons, then I'm going to put Allen above CJ. Like if we give him healthy weapons,
like Amari Cooper,
right now, and his receivers can somehow magically play like great number 2s with Coleman and things like that, then we'll see. But right now, CJ and them boys is kind of playing great ball.
Ty, where would you put CJ Stroud? Is he ahead of Josh Allen?
I mean, like I said, I think he's having a decent season. I do think they're gonna get it together later on. I think I would just put Stafford behind CJ. And I think I would leave it at that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad if you want to switch Stroud over Allen, but I don't even care. I think they're both having good seasons. Josh Allen's having a typical Josh Allen season. And CJ Stroud, like I said, decent season, but I definitely know he's gonna get better overall.
So it's a toss up.
Yeah,
Mike,
it's a toss up.
Allen over Stroud, or you have Stroud over Allen?
Don't matter to me. I personally have Allen just a tad bit over Stroud, but they're neck and neck. I'm cool with either way, man. I don't got a problem.
So everyone agrees Joe Burrow's 5 as one of the top 5 quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's having an amazing season. They just suck.
Me personally, I'll put Allen at 5 over him, but I'm not mad at that. I'm on my vote only for tiebreakers between. If my vote's not really as big because it's only 4 of us. So, all right. Well, this is the list we have. It seems like you guys both took Allen at a slight nod over Stroud. So we have Mahomes, 1 of 1. No one comes close to Mahomes. Then you have Lamar, Jaden Daniels, Jared Goff, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud, Matthew Stafford. Those who are watching, again, this list is strictly based on the first 7 weeks or 6 games. For those some teams have bye weeks of the season. This is not overall player. This will be a lot different. But this is our list, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, share your thoughts on this list. What changes you will make, if you have any changes you will make. And yeah, I'm just gonna close this off. Now, before we head out, we're gonna just go through our usual pick'em games for the week. So, Mike, whenever you're ready, we will get started on that. Before you go, if you're ready, next week things are gonna be a little different. We're gonna be doing a show next week on Wednesday, late afternoon. Time will be out shortly, sometime this week. So our Thursday night game pick will be happening on the Wednesday show. Also, on that Wednesday show, we're going to be doing a tier list for the quarter. I'm debating if we're going to do a running back this Wednesday, or we're going to do the receivers. But we're going to do a tier list for those positions as well. We might even do defense instead. So stay tuned for that. Everything will be out soon. And then, Mike, we'll move on to you with picks.
First game we're going to pick is Lions at Vikings. Vikings are -1.5. Peso has Detroit +1.5, and I have Minnesota -1.5. Just because look at what Flores did to Goff in the Super Bowl. I think you're going to see the same thing happen today.
I was going to agree. You have Lions at Vikings plus no Aiden Hutchinson. I'm going with the Vikings straight up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to go with the Lions straight up.
All right.
Clips.
Let me get
Detroit's at Minnesota.
Oh, that's going to be tough.
Let me go Vikings straight up.
Okay, next game we got is Titans at Bills. Bills are favored by 9.5 points. Peso has Buffalo straight up. I'm taking the Titans +9.5.
You believe in Mason Rudolph?
Nah, I do believe in that Titan defense, though. I almost want to take them straight up, but I don't
Titans are playing who again?
Buffalo.
Bills.
I'm taking Buffalo.
Yeah, Amari Cooper debut. I'll take Bills straight up.
Let me get the Bills straight up as well.
Mm-hmm. Next game we got is Bengals at Browns. Bengals are favored by 5.5 points. Me and Peso both have Cincinnati straight up.
I'm taking straight up as well.
Yep, I'll do the same.
Let me get Cincy straight up as well.
Mm-hmm. Next game we got is Texans at Packers. Packers are favored by 3. Peso is Packers straight up. I got Packers -3.
I got Texans straight up.
Nah, I got Texans straight up too.
I'm gonna go Texans straight up.
Next game we got is Eagles at Giants. Eagles are 3.5 point favorites. Me and Peso both have the Giants +3.5.
I got
Eagles and
Philly
Giants.
with the spread.
Let me go.
It's at New York.
Yep, it's in New York.
Let me go Eagles straight up.
Right.
Yeah, I think Saquon's gonna have a good game. I'll go Eagles straight up. That was a tough one because divisional game.
That Giant defense is no joke, man.
Dexter
Daniel
Lawrence,
Jones is
DPOY.
trash.
What did you say, Ty?
I said Daniel Jones is trash.
Yeah, that's true.
If,
That's why I'm
there's
taking
anyone that can be worse than Hurts, it is him. So
that's why I'm taking the points, man. I want to take them straight up, but I can't do that.
I really wanted to take the Giants, but I think Saquon coming back home, I think he's gonna have a good game. But Dexter Lawrence and that crew, man. Like I said, Dexter Lawrence is the defensive player of the year in my book. right now.
I just personally, I think they're gonna shut him down, man. I think they know him like the back of their hand, and I think that it's gonna. I don't think he's gonna have a good day. They're gonna have to go another route if they want to win. They have to bring back Boston Scott, the Giant Killer, or someone like that. But next game we got is Seahawks at Falcons. Falcons are -3. Me and Peso both have Falcons -3.
I got Falcons.
I'll go Falcons.
Straight up.
I'll go Falcons -3.
Yep, Falcons -3 from me.
All right, next game we got is Dolphins at Colts. Peso has the Colts, or Colts are -3. I'm sorry. Peso has the Colts straight up. I got the Dolphins straight up.
I got Dolphins. Wait, is Joe Flacco throwing today?
Nah, it's Richardson.
Anthony Richardson, the
I'm gonna
trash
go
quarterback.
I'm going to go to Colts.
All right. That's the only reason why I would have picked the Colts if Joe Flacco was playing, but I can't do that with
Who are they
Richardson.
going against? What's the match?
Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going Colts straight up.
Yeah, I got the Colts.
I actually got the Dolphins.
All right, next game we got is Panthers at Commanders. Commanders are 9.5-point favorites. Me and Peso both have the Commanders straight up.
You know who I'm getting.
Commander straight up.
Yes, sir. Same here.
I'll go Commanders -9.5.
All right. Next game we got is Raiders at Rams. Rams are -7. Peso has the Rams straight up. I got Vegas +7.
I got the Rams straight up.
Yeah, I'm going Rams straight up.
Yep, Rams straight up.
Right.
That's what I like to hear.
Got a rematch of the Super Bowl. Got Chiefs at the 49ers. 49ers are -2. Me and Peso both have the Chiefs straight up.
I'm going Niners. Straight up. I think the Chiefs get their first loss here. Defense has been playing well. The offense is starting to get healthy. Wait, no C-Mac or Jordan Mason, though. I don't think Jordan Mason is playing today.
Yeah, I don't know if he's not.
I'm going to double check that right now, actually. So hold on my pick.
Yeah, no, take your time.
Oh, he's playing today.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the Niners. Straight up.
I'm actually gonna go with the Chiefs.
Let me go Niners straight up.
Mm-hmm. Next game we got is the Sunday night game. Jets at Steelers. Jets are -1.5. Peso has the Jets -1.5. I don't want to do this, but I'm taking the Steelers straight up.
I'm going Steelers straight up as well.
Steelers straight up. That O-line can't protect, and you're going against that defensive front with T.J. Watt. Yeah, I'm going with them. I will say the Jets will be able to put up points, though. That's the thing.
Russell Wilson getting a win? I don't think so.
Yeah, let's.
Oh damn!
Jets
It is
straight
Russell
up.
Wilson.
That's why I wish Fields was playing.
Scratch me back. Yeah. I'm going Jets. I'm going to go Jets. I'll go Jets.
Nah, y'all not what?
I completely forgot. It is Justin's not playing. It's Russell. Yeah, I'm gonna take Jets because, like I just said, the Jets are gonna be able to put up points. The question is the offense for the Pittsburgh Steelers going to be able to do the same. If they can, then they should win this game.
See, I don't think the Jets are going to be able to put up points. That's the only reason why I got the Steelers. I wish Fields was playing. I would feel much more confident about this. But who you could pick and tie?
The Jets straight up.
Next game we go is the Monday night game. Baltimore at Tampa Bay. Baltimore is -3.5. Peso has the Ravens straight up. I have the Buccaneers straight up.
I got Ravens straight up.
Yeah,
Lamar don't lose to NFC teams. I think he lost probably 1 or 2 games.
I'm going Ravens straight up as well.
Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ravens straight up.
The other Monday night game we got is Chargers at Cardinals. Chargers are -2. Peso has the Chargers straight up, and I got the Chargers -2.
Chargers straight up. Chargers -2.
I
Who's
actually
home?
got the
Cardinals.
Damn.
It's a tough game, I know. I want to pick the Cardinals, but I just can't trust them. You don't know what you're going to get each day with that team.
I'm gonna go Chargers straight up.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna go.
Give me the
Chargers.
Cardinals straight up.
All right, so we're going to hold off on the Monday night game and the college games, you said, until the next episode. I mean, not the Monday night, I'm sorry, Thursday night game and the college games until next episode.
Yeah, so we're going to do the college and Thursday night game. Thursday night game on Wednesday's episode later on in the evening. We will not be having an episode next Sunday. It will be on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. All info will be out. We're going to be doing a tier list. Also, we might do a running back receiver one, or we might just do some defense. Show defense some love this year. So that's it for today. Everyone watching, please like and subscribe to the show. Thank you guys for watching the show, supporting us, helping us get better each and every episode. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.
Rated 8.